Vice President J.D. Vance just walked into Milwaukee and dropped a political Moab on the fraud machine. And let me tell you, this was not some polite little policy speech. This was not Washington elevator music. This was a declaration of war against the people looting the American taxpayer blind. And the message was simple. Your money is being stolen. That's right. Your benefits are being drained. You heard me correctly. Your seniors are being robbed. Your young mothers are being betrayed. And the people who are screaming the loudest about compassion are the very same people refusing to open the books. Vance came to Washington with one theme. Fraud is not a victimless crime. Every dollar stolen by a fraudster is a dollar that does not go to a hungry child, a struggling mom, a disabled American, or a senior who paid into the system their entire life. That is the moral argument the left does not want to have, because for years they've told us that compassion means writing bigger checks, expanding programs, growing the bureaucracy, and never asking where the money goes. But Vance, on that stage behind me, just flipped the table. He said real compassion means protecting the programs from the people abusing them. Real compassion means making sure Medicaid actually helps the sick. Real compassion means making sure SNAP actually feeds hungry families. Real compassion means making sure prenatal care money goes to young mothers and babies, not fraudsters buying luxury bags and living large off of your paycheck. And then he went right at the Democrats. He said, we do not just have two parties disagreeing over tax policy anymore. We have one party that is fighting fraud and another party that is protecting it. You see, friends, that's the line. That's the whole clip, right? That's the entire ball game. Because when the Trump administration says, give us the data so we can see if illegal aliens are getting taxpayer-funded benefits, what do the Democrat governors say? Well, they say no. When Republicans say, let's check the rolls, let's audit the programs, let's make sure dead people are not getting benefits, let's make sure people are not double dipping across multiple states. And what do Democrats say? No. When taxpayers ask, where did the money go? Democrats suddenly become very quiet. And Vance, he said the quiet part out loud. Why are they so afraid of an audit? Why are they so terrified of voter ID? Why are they so resistant to basic eligibility checks? Why do they fight harder to protect the fraudster than the taxpayer? See, that was a theme right here in Milwaukee today, and then came the hammer. Vance said that the modern Democrat Party has become the pro-fraud party. Not pro-worker, not pro-family, not pro-senior. No. Pro-fraud. You heard me correctly. And then he tied it all together. Medicaid fraud, SNAP fraud, election integrity, illegal immigration, H-1B abuse, taxpayer money being siphoned away from Americans and handed to people who never earned it, never qualified for it, and in some cases may not even be legally entitled to be here. Now, the media will try to sanitize this. They'll say that Vance attacked benefit programs. No, very wrong. He actually defended them. That's what he did. He defended the people those programs were created to serve. He defended the taxpayer who funds them. He defended the single mom, the senior, the disabled American, the young mother who needs prenatal care, and the working family getting crushed while bureaucrats look the other way. You see, that's the difference right there. The left measures compassion by how much money government spends. Vance said conservatives measure compassion by whether the help actually reaches the people who need it. And that is devastating, because the fraudsters are not just stealing money, they are stealing trust. They are stealing the social contract. They are stealing the promise that if Americans pay into the system will not be looted by scammers, foreign nationals, fake companies, dead names on benefit rolls, and politically protected rackets. This was not just a speech. This was a warning delivered in Milwaukee today. A warning to the fraudsters that the old game is over. To the politicians hiding the data, the spotlight is coming. And to the media trying to bury the story, well, not this time. And not on Gary Franchi's watch. And to the American people, this is your money. You earned it. You see, you paid it, and you have every right to demand that it stop being stolen. So Milwaukee became the front line today. J.D. Vance did not come here to give a soft campaign speech. He came here to put the fraud machine on notice. The Trump administration, they're auditing. That's right. They're investigating. And they are demanding the data. Hand it over. They're naming the names too. And they're making one thing absolutely crystal clear. Compassion without accountability is not compassion. It is corruption. And today in Wisconsin, J.D. Vance just gave the fraud class its eviction notice. I'm Gary Franchi, reporting from Milwaukee for the Next News Network. We'll see you at the next report.